all of the star grandchildren were enjoying themselves, and then they realized how late it was getting, and they no longer could see where home was, and began trying to find it. They didn't realize how far away they had gotten from home, and they noticed that everything they enjoyed that day disappeared. Suddenly, right in front of them, they began to huddle closer together and held hands so they could stay together. Hawkeye, Herman, and all their minions gathered around the grandchildren and put them in a box big enough to carry them all, with holes around it, similar to jail, and took them to their hideout. The children were in that box, and they thought about what Grandma Ashley told them to say out loud if they were lost and wanted to return home. They all recited,
Grandma, Grandpa, unknown to a place called home.
They all magically disappeared to their home in the Land of Taroc with their grandparents. When they saw their grandparents and arrived where they were all so happy to see each other and embraced each other. But Ayana asked,
"Where is this place? It's not the home I remember, and where are our parents?"
Tatiana replied,
It's beautiful here, and I wouldn't mind this being my home.
Granny Kayla replied,
"This is your true home. The home you know is a temporary home to protect us during an uncertain time. But you return to your real home."
Grandpa Germain asked,
What happened? What led you all to use a spell to come home?
Calvin explained,
We were taken and captured and lured somehow from some not-so-good people.
Lady Ashley suggested,
Let's use their essence, or part of their essence, to send them back. It's possible we can capture who lured them in the first place.
Lord Germain, Lady Kayla, Lord Gary, and Lady Ashley all agreed to keep the real grandchildren safe in the Land of Taroc with the essence of their parents. And their real parents were tracking the dark forces behind the children's disappearance, while having their parents believe the dark forces still had them. The grandparents sent their essence back with their grandchildren, with a white spell increasing their ability, so if they needed to defend themselves, they could with stronger abilities. The star grandchildren returned to the box that appeared to look like a jail with their essence and all of their full powers, along with their grandparents' essence, as if they never left that box. Lady Ashley attached a tracking device on them before they left to find them in case they kept moving, so that their parents would be able to meet up with them. Lord Germain telepathically sent a message to Ares.
We were able to track the grandchildren, and we know the directions in which they are heading.
Ares replied,
Thank you, Dad. You're welcome, son. Love you, be safe, and protect our family.
Lord Germain never revealed to Ares that the actual kids were safe at home already, because he wanted their plan to be executed perfectly. The parents were pretty hot on their trail, but very discreet in how they moved. They all wanted to move in without being heard or seen. The chariots the grandchildren were being pulled along in finally came to a complete stop.
Wow, look at this place.
I've never seen anything like it. Look at this place. It's so different. I've never seen anything like it. Wow. Look at this place. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like this before. Me neither.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's so far.
It was suddenly very dark and gloomy and didn't appear to be any life force there. It was dark, like the dark forces surrounding them. Hawkeye approached them, trying to scare them. But little did he know the powers they all possessed. He watched them and observed them, but he never really saw them use powers full out, because they didn't want to potentially hurt each other, but those holding a potential threat against them could possibly cause injury or even death to themselves if they were to attempt to hurt them in any way. The parents watched and observed the children's body language, and they could tell they had no fear.
Are those our kids?
Which made Ares wonder if they were the real children, but it didn't matter. They were all there to protect them, but little did they know how much real skills their children had. The minute Herman reached at Chris to throw a fireball at him, Chris burned him with his fire and froze him. When Hawkeye saw the power he possessed, he called on reinforcements. It was so many of them, but it didn't scare the grandchildren. Chris and Tatiana had the same gifts and put their powers together like wind and love, destroying one at a time and using their swords to trap the dark forces they defeated. Their swords are small, but hold the same strength as the adult swords. Meredith used her wand, and so did Courtney, to move from place to place, allowing the dark forces to come together so they would be trapped in the swords. Kendall and Ayana were both the seers and could transport, but it was limited to only how far they could see. If they weren't able to see what was on the other side, they couldn't do it. Their powers will get stronger with time. Alicia, Elior, Calvin, Lena, Dennis, and Denise used their powers of earth, water, and fire on the dark forces to hold them in place until they could be entered into the swords, but they were multiplying in numbers, and it began to be too much for the grandchildren to fight alone, and all of their parents joined into the fight. To help them, Ares took out his sword and captured many dark forces, but their supplies were getting low. Sag used her swords and her magician power to capture the dark forces. Uranus pulled out his sword of truth, and the dark forces he was up against replied,
I will destroy you. Use your power and take all of your family's gifts as well.
Uranus captured the dark forces, but was haunted by its words. Pluto, Venus, Leo, June, August and April used their gifts to freeze, burn, and bury some of the dark forces, but they kept multiplying. Taurus built a huge ground covering over them.
Everyone move in and take shelter. Don't know how much time I can stall.
And capture these dark forces.
We need a plan, quick.
Yeah. They are multiplying at a rapid rate.
As they were discussing their plan, Lady Ashley and Lord Germain flew in on a black stag, and Lady Kayla and Lord Gary teleported there from the Land of Taroc. The grandparents came prepared in their suit of armor and shield, with extra supplies after they witnessed what was happening. They were hoping to stay out of this fight. It was a bit much for their family that doesn't fight regularly. It's something that the grandparents were all so used to.